What's up, guys? Welcome back to Zips Esports, and we're here with our Overwatch team going in for quite the match today. Both teams are currently undefeated, with Akron and Miami both being at 6 games for this tournament. And if you're interested in keeping up with things esports related, don't forget to follow our Twitter. And if you're a current student looking to get involved, we also have our Discord at uakron.edu/discord.
All right. And then, if you are a UA student, you're able to get a 100% free COVID test from health services on campus. Akron's encouraging that all students that believe they may have been in contact with someone with COVID-19 to pick up a test. It's easy and painless. You can contact health services at 330-972-7808.
And then we'd also like to thank our sponsors who make all this possible, with First Audio Technica, our exclusive audio partner, SteelSeries, our exclusive peripheral partner, Archon, our jersey provider, Gravity Gaming, our PC providers, and Cleveland Clinic, our sports wellness provider. Now first, before the game starts, we were able to get a pre-match interview with one of our players from the Overwatch team here. So I believe that we will be putting that up for... What's up, guys? I'm here with Midtown Man, the flex support for the University of Akron Overwatch team, and we're gonna ask him a couple questions about how the team's been doing and how the team's looking forward for the upcoming matches. And so, if I have it right, you guys are currently undefeated in this tournament, correct?
That's correct. We're doing really well right now.
And then you're facing Miami tonight, who's also been undefeated, if I have that correct as well.
Yes.
And so it's going to be a big matchup.
Yeah. So basically, whoever wins this, it decides the group. So
yeah. So just kind of like
try to get the win here.
Getting down the line, getting into it. And then especially coming in after this last week's been very, very good for you guys after coming off a win with Mizzou, I take it?
Yeah. It's a really good win, 2-1 in a best of 3.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited because now we're one of the only other 6-0 teams remaining still in the Overwatch Collegiate Championships. So
yeah, it's just good seeing you guys come so far, and then like just beating some bigger names, getting yourselves out there, getting to a showdown like this. It's really good to see you guys coming this far in the tournament, still staying undefeated, which is amazing for right now. And so, how have you guys been preparing for tonight's match specifically?
So specifically for tonight's match, we did a little bit of VOD review actually, since fortunately Miami's weekend match was against OSU, and OSU ended up beating them over the weekend. So we watched back. We think we have a decent idea of what we can exploit and what went wrong for them and what we can do to capitalize on that.
What do you think are going to be some of the key factors there or key players in tonight's matchup?
So I think team coordination is going to be important for us. The main thing we noticed is that their hero selections and team coordination just seemed not that good up against OSU. So if we can control the engagements, keep things on our tempo, we should be in a good position. Obviously, I think if you had to pick a player to watch, it's got to be Sunup because he's incredibly mechanically skilled. So it's hard to see him pop off no matter what happens.
Yeah, after that matchup with Mizzou and then just the whole weekend with your tournaments going on, it was great seeing him just come out really strong with that Ash and just keeping control of pretty much the entire point as you guys were coming through. Yeah, that was very strong component of you guys' win against Mizzou, and I hope that he comes out as strong tonight. And for the team, how's it looking forward after tonight's match?
If we win tonight's match, we should be in a really good spot for the MAC League. And then this weekend we've got two really big matches in the Overwatch League Collegiate Championship. So if we manage to win both of those, puts us at 8-0 out of 10 matches. That could be really, really, really good. So
yeah, I feel that'd be really good for you guys' mentality, as well as just being able to keep that undefeated streak going, just really keep spirits high and just be able to kind of just push back against the teams that normally would kind of be a bit of a struggle. But if you've got that kind of a record going against some of these teams, it's just an uplifting feeling. Am I right?
It's very nice to be on a hot streak for once. We still haven't even lost this semester, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's very, very awesome to see you guys doing this well this semester. All right, so welcome back. We're still waiting on the match to start here, but in the meantime, we'll discuss the matchup here. It's going to be University of Akron versus the University of Miami. Both teams are currently undefeated, and it's going to be a really good match today. Both teams are hot and ready. They're looking to take the other one down, so I can't wait to see it myself.
Absolutely. Paul, anything you're specifically looking for today? Anything like that at all?
In the last couple matches, I've loved seeing the stun ape here on the Ash, just putting down the other team, just keeping that space open for Akron. So it's going to be interesting to see if Miami can come and kind of push them back, kind of keep them at bay, or just take them down entirely and just kind of push back on them and just keep the space open. Being able to just let that teamwork just go, and we'll just kind of see where everything ends up with all this.
Right on. I'm looking to see some of the old Shuckle Winston. Oh man, it's an absolute treat to be able to watch him play. Always.
Throw back to the last match where on Ilios he was able to use his primal to get I think a 4K with just boops alone, just taking the point by storm.
My gosh. I can't say I'm surprised though. I mean, that's our guy right there.
Yeah. So our first map will be Oasis, which is a control point map where it's best of 3 rounds. The first team to get to 100% capture will win that round. And so first best of 3 pretty much. We're coming out on Garden, where there's a lot of high ground opportunity here. And if you're not able to unseat the other team, usually it'll end up they just have so much resource over you from you trying to fight on that point, and they'll just burn you down over time. It'll be interesting to see both teams coming out here what they bring to the table.
Right. What are usual tank compositions on this map, Paul?
So you can either go with a dive composition or a brawl to unseat the high ground or take the high ground initially. And so looks like so far both teams are going with the brawl style map, so they'll both kind of be fighting on that high bridge there. And looks like Fozix is coming out with the Pharah here from Miami, so it'll be interesting to see the different angles both teams come out on. And we are currently running to point, but yeah, both teams are trying to get to that high ground as fast as they can, putting in their poke damage and waiting on that first engagement to start.
Right, we see the Rhines working out to the middle of point here.
Fozix finds the first pick on Stun Ape as both teams engage. Ryan's swinging on each other. Their McCree's just doing so much work there on Jade and getting all that May value there. Fozix already has a barrage, putting in so much damage on Akron, and Miami's able to take that first point here.
Goodness, I saw the Zarya bubbles go down from Miami, and it was just, I think the Rhine got around Shuckle a little bit too fast, and of course Fozix was putting in the work on Pharah.
Yeah, I just kind of got the jump on Akron there. The Fozix with that barrage is going to be huge. It can be, he's just got to find an opening, get a pick or two, and that's just a fight for Miami. Sunape switched back onto the Pharah trying to contest him, but it's really just how's the ground going to do and who finds an ult first, because Miami's got multiple ults coming up while Akron's still trying to get back to their get back in line.
Right, it seems we've got a dogfight going on here between the two Pharahs.
Yeah, both landing a hit on each other. Neither's able to finish him off, but Jaden helping Stun Ape out. Body falls over the water, so it's unresable for Miami. So it's just looking to see who can find the rest of the picks here. Popping a window, trying to take down the Pharah, but they just get pushed back. Shuckle looking for a boop on the Rhine here, but just getting bounced around. Both teams just kind of in the middle of a dogfight. Finding the other Pharah pick. Using Shatter and Barrage. Both teams putting in ults, but it's just still no one coming up with the upper hand while Miami's clock keeps ticking. It's coming close to almost final fight territory here from Miami. Akron coming back with ults. Miami throwing a grab in, trying to kill Shuckle. Shuckle goes down, and it's now final fight territory here for this point. Miami's just had an absolute chokehold on Akron here.
Absolutely. I think Akron's got the upper hand on ultimates going in this next fight, though. So as long as we can get to the point, I think we may be able to take it.
Yeah, they just got to find those correct picks. Make sure that Pharah is dealt with before they build up another barrage. Nano coming out on stun ape, absolutely destroys the Mercy midair. One shots her.
Goodness.
Shuckle finds a boop on the Ryan, and that is the fight there for Akron. What a shot. So now it's gonna be an even game with ultimates coming here, but that was beautiful. Perfect timing on the Nano.
Oh man, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Oh, that Mercy was not expecting that. So it's just gonna come down to better use of ultimates here and who gets caught out. But Miami is now at 99%, so if they win the fight, that is the point. Akron's desperately gonna try to get some time here, try to push it back to where it's gonna be early bomb
going over the top there.
Early bomb coming out from Magic, but Eric gets found in the amidst the chaos there. Ult's going out from both sides, trying to take some space here with Miami. Ball finds the kill on Midtown Man, but Jaden's pulse bomb is not enough to turn that fight over. Does not look good for Akron
value
here.
in there.
Yeah. With the overtime clock ticking down, that's the first round for Miami here. I think they really caught him off guard there with the Pharah.
Well, I mean, I'll say.
Yeah. They had that. They had that. Absolutely had that one off the first fight, and then having that barrage there. Whereas Akron had to switch their entire composition to deal with the Pharah. They were just down on ultimates the entire game, and then by the time they were able to win a fight using their ultimates, they just didn't have enough ground to hold on for Miami coming back in. So we'll see how they deal with the second map here.
It's true.
Each team goes.
What? Well, I guess fill me in. What do we usually play on this map?
Since this map's more of a closed-in point, you might see a Pharah or an Echo, but both teams are gonna stick with their Brawl and a Mei, because you can create some very tight corners with that Mei and close off the enemy team. The Mei wall from Miami misses here, but absolutely hits for Akron. They're just throwing in as much damage. Both Ryan just desperately trying to stay alive here. Just both shields breaking, both Ryans freezing, low health. Eric gets found in amidst the chaos while Ryan keeps trying to go in here. Both teams throwing punches left and right, but Jaden finds the one that makes him fall. Shuffles walled off and almost takes the Ryan with them. But Miami's able to take it over. Stunning finally found an early pick, but Akron's just got to reset here and regroup and spawn, thinking about what they want to do. Yeah, those Mei walls are vicious sometimes. You'll just be walking forward and be like, "Where's the rest of my team?" Behind the wall.
It's true.
Stuck alone.
Too true. Too true. All right, well, we're going back in with Jaden on Reaper here.
Yeah, Jaden going on the Reaper. We switched to a Pharah here because there's not much of a contest for an aerial battle. I say that now, but I might cast a Cursed Alex with a random Symmetra shot. Window coming out, but the wall right in front of it, so it's negated. Except for hopefully we got a Fire Strike kill coming out here from Akron, but I doubt it. Window coming out from Miami.
Both Ryan's gonna have Shadow this fight. Might get a little curious there.
Yeah, both teams just kind of waiting for an engagement here, but Miami still has that point, and it's just slowly ticking.
Yeah, at about 50%.
Yeah, Akron trying to get that ground, but Grav comes out.
Ooh, Shuckle on the flank.
Shuckle on the flank, but no one's there because they're all on the Grav. Unfortunate. Stunip tries to find some picks to even up the fight, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be much hope there.
We did manage to flip point in there. Going to take a couple % off the capture of the capture progress of Miami.
Yeah, that gives Akron a little room to breathe here, and they're able to bring out another fight here if they're bring it down to 2 fights if they're quick enough.
Right.
But Miami, they're having that beat, shatter, window. They've got some big ultimates online. It's gonna be interesting to see what Akron does here with the barrage, maybe a window coming up.
Yeah, I'll be able to Valk here pretty shortly. A lot of sim spam in that choke. Ooh, Choke's gotta be careful.
Yeah, Fozik's trying to look on those picks for the tracer onto Midtown Man here.
Ooh,
Finds the barrage. Down. Big beat comes out, but they also commit lamp. But their Baptiste is putting down work. Big Grav coming out, gets both tanks. Putting out that damage, but that Baptiste window is just too much healing for
Too
Akron
much
to deal
healing.
with. Magic goes down, Shuckle goes down. That's both tanks, and that's overtime ticking down. Looks like Miami is going to take this first map here from Akron. Not the best result coming out, which just the comps they weren't expecting, and then just losing the first fight, just coming down on ults, just hitting them hard. So that's
Yeah, yeah, but their Baptiste got some very high value, like this one right here, for example.
Yeah, right here, he kills the Pharah, kills the Mercy, puts out healing through the Grav. Like, it's just so much value right there from that Baptiste being able to just sit there in the corner. Once he takes down the Pharah, he's got no threat on him. So they just got to deal with this Baptiste sitting in the back line.
Absolutely, couple sim walls there. Sim wall cutoff. Akron's own amplification matrix. To Baptiste ult. Sorry.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate with the map that it was, and then first round just was a complete roll for Miami there, but Akron just they just didn't expect that far to come out and just do that much damage, and they just weren't able to come back from it. Second round Maywall, they lost the Maywall battle there, and it was just kind of downhill from there. They weren't able to find a good place to stand, and it just wasn't good. So hopefully we get some better play coming out here. Maybe we'll get some snipers coming out, maybe some dive. But looks like our second map is going to be Blizzard World, which is a hybrid map type where it'll have a control point to be captured initially by the attacking team, and then a payload for the second and third point for the map to be completed.
Right on. And then, tell me a little bit about the map, Paul. What do DPS look to play on this map? Usually, like, pretty long-range characters, right? Because of the wide open spaces?
Yeah, this map is notorious for how open it is. The first point has pretty much it's out in the open, just surrounded by all sorts of high ground. So the defending team just gotta stand their ground in the correct spot against what they're facing. But second point, I'd say it's the most open part of the map in the game. There's all sorts of different high ground, stairs, just corners, cubby holes, anywhere where you can hide, flank around. There's no one chokehold besides coming into the second point that you can really hold here. So it's gonna be interesting seeing if there's gonna be snipers coming out, or if there's gonna be a lot of Pharah battle or echo battles coming. But it's gonna be an interesting game to see.
Yeah. Speaking of an interesting game, I see a Sombra coming out from Miami. What's going on there?
Interesting composition here. They're going with just kind of generic brawl, while Akron's looking for a quick dive comp here with the Ball Diva and Jaden on the Tracer, Stun Ape on the Widow, looking for those early picks here. Seeing if they can take down parts of Miami before the round even starts. Jaden gets absolutely found out, though. Discovered and just flashbanged on his flank. They were waiting for him.
Shoko trying to get out now. Picks up a Baptiste, though.
Knuckle might be able to get out, unable to though. But he does find a large pick on that Baptiste with no way from Miami to res. Stun Ape switches to the Ashe, his good comfort pick here, but able to put out so much damage nowadays with that dynamite.
Yeah, with the attack boosted Mercy, it's going to be a little bit difficult to stop him.
It's going to be interesting to see though how that works with all the damage going out from Miami with the Baptiste just able to get so much charge. Stun Ape just trying to force out much damage as he can, looking for an early pick while Shuckle finds the McCree.
Finds it.
Looking for that Baptiste. Finds him too. That's 2 down from Miami. But it's still an even fight with the res coming out from Akron on Shuckle. Magic forcing out that Sombra. But
I didn't even see her there.
Yeah.
Woo.
Just ran into him, found him, and just trying to force him back into the spawn. Akron looking to engage here. Magic trying to find the pick on the Zarya. That's one tank down.
Miami's definitely on the back foot here in this fight.
Yeah, Akron trying to get those picks in. Alex Stun Ape just putting in so much damage with Tracer on the flank. Just it's unstoppable sometimes how much damage comes in. Ryan desperately trying to stay alive. Baptiste there in the choke, trying to look for him, but it looks like Akron's gonna have a secure hold. I don't think that Miami's gonna try to retake second point here. Just trying to stabilize at this point. Big cleanup coming out from Akron there. Got plenty of ults online, whereas Miami's got Just a couple lacking behind, but it's gonna be a good fight with multiple ults coming out here.
We saw a Baptiste ult right at the end of the capture progress of point 1. Right
Yeah, they
there.
were trying to dig in their heels and regroup, but they were unable to do so, and now they're on a Moira trying to get back in time.
Ah, okay.
Stun Ape just raining damage from above.
Top of that siege tank
Nanoed.
again.
Who got nanoed? I wonder.
I think Stunhead got nanoed.
Yeah, I don't know who got nanoed, but trying to put out that damage. Jaden finds a pick on their support. Well, Stun Ape comes out, but Miami's committed EMP, beat, and grab, all of which did not find anyone on Akron, and so late mind coming out on that Reinhardt always a good chuckle from Shuckle, I should say. I'll see myself out from that.
Oh, get out of here! Oh boy.
Akron's just finding all their footing on second point, able to take that high ground, get the picks, trying to force out the Sombra, get a good pick. They're able to find it. Akron's just not letting anyone on Miami survive and outside of the spawn doors.
Got a Bob going out.
Bob, yeah, trying to put in some back pressure. Looks like it fell on a staircase. Bomb coming out. Akron's just not letting up. But Shuckle gets found out in the back line rolling around. So is Jaden.
Goes down as well.
I think that's it for the progress here. Akron might need to regroup.
Stunning saying hi to the Miami's Ryan right there.
He knows he can't do much. Oh, absolutely huge noon coming out from their Kree, finding both Shuckle and or Stun Ape and Eric just sitting around there. So now Akron's been pushed back to their spawn themselves. Interesting Moira pick though, seeing with the Lucio there, trying to go as fast as possible, not letting Akron react. So Akron's still running the dive, switching over to the Ana. Or they've had the Ana. That's my bad. But they're just looking for the opening here, looking to see some of those antis from Midtown, man.
Yeah, I'm looking for a nice pulse bomb from Jaden right here. Ooh, there's a good
Stun finds Daybird out, but throwing in that damaged dynamite, just forcing him back, giving Akron the high ground here. Diva might be engaging too far. Stun narrowly avoiding that charge with his shotgun.
All right, we see Miami's Ryan is holding on to sorry, I almost said Fire Strike, Earth Shatter. Earth Shatter right there.
He's just not finding a good time to use it, but doesn't need to with Miami's DPS just putting in work there on Akron. Both teams just going back and forth with fight, but no movement on the cart. Stunning puts down Phosix right as he comes around the corner. But yeah, both teams just kind of grappling, but no one's able to get a decisive win besides Miami just keeping that cart where it is.
You have a minute 20 seconds left on Akron's attack. We've got 5 ults versus about 4.5 on Miami. So this will be a fight right here. We're gonna have a bunch of ults coming up.
Yeah, last week Akron was struggling in the same position, getting held on second. So it's gonna be interesting to see if they get that overtime final push to third point. But yeah, they've gotten first point relatively easy both times they've played here recently, but they just can't find any good foothold or any good fight wins. And they're forced back here for almost a final fight.
Stunnape giving the old Ryan a good hello again. Love to see it.
Gotta say hi to your get some healthy competition in there from both teams, you know. Just gotta emote sometimes.
Good sportsmanship.
Pulse bomb comes out from Miami, does not find anyone. But
Sleep Dart going down on the Tracer.
Oh,
don't think we can quite get there.
Finding out some good picks here from Akron. Stunnape's able to get that high ground uncontested now. The Noon going out, doesn't find anyone. Looks like Akron might have a good chance of pushing this cart over to third point. Just Ryan here. Magic throwing out the Diva Bomb just to secure the point. Looks like Akron's going to take third. Get another minute 30 on the clock. The further you go into one of these maps, the less time you'll get as you successfully go. So Akron's already burnt up a major portion of their time bank, so it's pretty much got to push it all the way now or never.
All the way, yep. Basically can't stop on this one, because by the time the enemy team's going to take a fight, the payload's already going to be in a spot where they're not going to be able to get back to it if they die. So we got to make sure we make this count.
Yeah. throwing in the Bob early here, trying to just murder the enemy team, but Bob just gets obliterated.
Oh
Pulse
my
Bomb
goodness.
comes out, almost catches the Rhine, but Miami here has got some ultimates to use. Akron comes out with the Nano, gets the Rhine before the beat comes out. That is absolutely massive. The Nano Rhine just pushing back Miami.
Charge comes out
Diva
on
Mac
Diva
looks
Mac.
like it's gonna get taken out, but they get back into cover as soon as they can. Miami's trying to gain some ground here, trying to gain some leverage on Akron, but they're just pushing back into spawn. Miami's got a full 6 with a Shuckle with another Shatter. Finds the Diva. Blocks the Shatter too, coming out from Miami there. But both teams down some crucial players here. It'll be interesting to see who gets what picks coming out. But looks like Genku here from Miami on the Rhine, just too much space made. He's just cleaning up here at this point. Overtime clock does get hit, but I doubt that anyone's gonna touch here with all these boops coming in. And Miami holds them on third point halfway up the map. Oof. You say something, Raz? Like, looks like Raz's internet died here, so it's down just me for now. Hopefully he'll get back here soon. But yeah, that Akron just kind of similar to last week on their attack, getting stalled out on a second point, getting halfway through third there with the minimal time they have left. But hopefully they can pull it out again, get that first point defense, burning out the time to OT, and then just stalling it out in second point.
Right. Sorry about that. Some technical issues for a moment.
Welcome back.
Yep, thank you.
Looks like Akron's gonna stick with the dive comp here with all the flank and trying to put out some of that damage, but yeah, it looks like both teams are going with an identical comp so far. Be interesting to see how Akron deals with that Sombra again. I
see a Hanzo as well coming out from Miami.
Oh yeah, true. Jaden's gonna have a little bit more space to work with now that he doesn't have a McCree hounding on him.
Right.
But that Hanzo can still just as quickly hit you and put you down, and even see you around corners with a Sonic Arrow. So that's gonna be huge for looking at these flanks coming in from Akron.
All right, here we go. Coming up mid, Sombra's gonna be looking for a little bit of information here at the beginning.
Looking to scout, looking to get some charge off a health pack, maybe get some positioning in place. Looks like take that high ground, get some area for their Hanzo to work with.
Yeah.
Akron's still waiting for them to see where they're set up. But it looks like they're going around the back of the map here. Looks like they switched sides. Akron holding from the attack side. And
whoa.
Miami's holding from a defense position. They find Fosnix early on. But Ryan just kind of left alone on point. Miami's yet to get a tick, but yeah, just nothing coming out from either side. Stunate gets deleted midair by their Baptiste. Immediately res.
Magic might be able to take Hanzo right here.
Looking so hard to get him, but that Baptiste Stunate throws in that dynamite and just takes the fight right there for the Baptiste going down. Miami doesn't have any sustain left. Fosnix still hitting around. Yeah, it's just looking to clean up at this point, trying not to lose as many people as possible. Miami reset here. Both teams coming out with some big ults, though.
Oh, yeah.
We see... Oh, sorry.
No problem. We see one tick from Miami there. About a minute, two and a half minutes left on the clock.
Good hold coming out from Akron so far, but it'll be interesting to see what Miami does with this EMP, because they could go into an EMP Diva Bomb, or they could go into an EMP window. Pretty much if they hit enough people at the right time, they're going to be able to take this fight pretty clean. And Jaden going down early does not help their case. Misses the pulse bomb. EMP catches almost everyone there on Akron. Baptiste just has free high ground with that window. Jaybird gets punished for going in too far. Stunate able to find the correct picks, though.
3 kills coming up from Akron.
3 kills. Miami's resetting, putting in a couple ults, but they're gonna be working here with this Shatter and Dragon beat.
Goodness, I thought Miami was winning right there. It's like I had to turn around and look real quick. That was fast fight.
Fight turns so quickly.
I
It's just
know.
you
Oh,
get that one pick, that one micro thing usually can turn a fight in matches like these.
right. Both teams so on top of each other.
Miami looking to go around for another time here. Hopefully trying to use some different ults, but Akron's
yeah.
got plenty of ults to be able to stall this point out and just take some hit the
Shuckle
ground
probably
there.
looking for an early minefield here. Maybe on the high ground?
Maybe a Diva Bomb coming out here. Bob comes out early. Minefield comes out as well. Pete and Shatter coming out from Miami. Finding Stunape. Doesn't look resable. Yeah, both teams just throwing out all their ultimates here. Miami's up in the fight, but Akron coming out. Trying to get that Hanzo anti. Desperately trying to leave.
Oh my
Diva comes
goodness.
in and save his life, but it's
There it
not
is.
enough.
Woo.
Both teams just grappling here on this point. Shuckle gets out trying to heal up before he goes back in, but both looks like Miami's got the respawn. Stunape on the Doomfist though.
Whoa.
Hopefully finds a Lucio. Ryan jumps in front of him. Akron finds the main support again. Reflex support.
There it is.
Either way, Akron's just cleaning up. Clock's running down here. It looks like it's going to be a full hold from Akron unless Miami can pull out all the stops.
With that death of that Lucio.
The
I think
Lucio
that-
and the Diva dying, and there's just not quick respawns. I think this map's going to go to Akron here.
I think it does.
Anti on the Moira. It's just stalling at this point.
Oh. Couple more touches.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just desperate daggers at this point.
There
With
it
that,
is.
map 2 goes to Akron, bringing the map score up to 1-1. Still anyone's game here. It's just
Absolutely.
sorry. What was that? One more time. Understandable.
All right.
So yeah, Akron just able to completely deal with that with the rotation there, backing up onto another high ground. Stunape putting out enough damage to force back their Sombra. Jaden finding enough damage on the sideline. Just the perfect storm of rotations and teamwork there for Akron to be able to full hold that first point and take that second map after a sketchy attack there from Akron. They just got stalled out.
Right. I was a little bit worried not being able to get all the way to third point, but looks like we had it handled.
Yeah.
Pretty happy to see that.
Yeah, both teams coming out left like back and forth, just constant swinging on each other, and it's a good game so far. Both teams up a map, and it's gonna be going to Rialto, it seems, for the third map, and that's just pure payload escort. So it's got a lot of open spaces, but just not having a central point to work around allows for some interesting fights, interesting gameplay, and it'll be interesting to see what these teams do here.
All right, now, Paul, I think I may as well continue the trend. What kind of comps do you play on Rialto? What are we looking to see here?
Really just kind of like anything goes. If you can work a team around it, get that plan, get the jump on the enemy team is usually what happens here on attack. Is if you can come out with something the other team wasn't expecting, find that early pick, you can get a composition through first point. But as it gets in those later points and further back into the map, you kind of settle on more of a, all right, we got to deal some damage with a brawl or a dive here.
Okay.
But you never know coming out the spawn doors. You see everything. So it looks like Akron will defend here. So it's going to be up to Miami to get those early picks, get some fun games out here. Might see an early boop here from Akron. Those are always fun, or maybe Shuckle and the Orisa. You really never know on this map. It's one of those where it's just kind of like if your team can make it work, you can make it work.
Oh, I think we're actually seeing the same comp from Akron as we did on Blizzard World.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna keep going with that Ball Diva dive and just Stunape. He hasn't had a real contest on that Ashe besides just the team losing the fight or just getting picked out there from just too long of an engagement. So Fozik's coming out on the far again, looking to see if he can deal with all this open space and around these corners.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Because on Oasis, I don't think we had a hit scan on the first point. So I think the Ferret kind of got the run free.
Yeah, the Pharaoh got to run free, and then it was just a forward duel from there on out. But this time there'll be a real contest for both sides, because if you get caught out by Pharah, that's it for you. But if you get killed as Pharah, I mean that's just you're dead for that fight, and you get put down by the hit scan. They just get free reign. Making it across the bridge without a big boop. Unfortunate. I love just seeing just massive kill wipes coming out from that. It's my favorite thing to do.
Absolutely.
Shuckle coming around the corner, but Miami looking like they took a quick high ground here. That Pharah is going all around the map. Miami attacking from all sorts of angles.
You got Pharmacy on the back right, and then we got everybody on high ground. I think Shuckle cleared the high ground for Akron, though.
Yeah, Shuckle cleared that high ground. Jaden finds the pick on the Baptiste, and Stunit finds it on the Kree. So Miami's gonna have to retreat here, rethink what they're doing. Just Stunip's absolutely putting out damage on that on those players in the air.
Man, fast shots coming out from Stunny. Love to see that. All right, we've got the Battle of the Balls on the back of the map. Look at that.
Wonder who gets the boop off here, but looks like they'll just kind of say next time, go on to another day. Ryan's very deep in the backline here for Akron. Almost back behind them, I'd say. Shuckle, like, both teams are just all over the place. Throwing out the Bob from Stunnape, finding the kill on the Ryan in the back. But both teams are just all across the map trying to find their own respective battles and picks.
Right.
But there's just that constant of Stunnape with the damage coming out. He just used Bob, and he's almost halfway to another. It's just that ultimate charge is so fast when you've got that damage boost just on your dynamite. It's so fast.
Right.
Finds a pick on the Ana. Jaden falls off the map, maybe in a missed recall or blink, but just that damage coming up from Stunnape. He's getting his ultimate almost every fight here. Absolutely.
6 consecutive shots on the Pharah.
Miami might want to rethink this far here as Stunnape's just uncontested with Shuckle and Magic on the back line, Jaden popping around, and Stunnape just sitting there, just doing whatever he wants. But Miami's got some ults here coming out. They switched to a Diva, trying to deal with that, trying to help their far out, but just Akron's got some ultimates to work with. They've got the space. They've got everything. It's Miami's got to break this hold here. Ball slept in the back line. Gets out from Miami there.
Big Bob coming right down main.
Another Bob, a huge anti. But Fozzik sneaks around with the barrage, equally as huge. Stunnape trying to trade there, but Fozzik stays alive. Shuckle working on that Ana, but it's just respective individual fights here. Whoever gets the upper hand in the fight, able to assist. Ana dies. It's just both teams just grappling, but same thing as second point Blizzard World. It's just neither team's winning decisively enough to really move the cart. Nano on the Pharah, trying to find the kill in Midtown, man. High Noon finds Eric in the middle of the air.
Oof.
But Nano Tracer here just trying to work down that Pharah. So close. Maybe find a pulse bomb here on the Ana. Him and Shuck working hand in hand, but it's just not enough damage there. Looks like Akron's gonna have to regroup. Maybe go on maybe push back to second point here.
I think Shuckle's looking to go back in and contest, at least for a second. He commits Minefield to it. Might find a couple.
Akron's used up almost all their ultimates. Stunnape looking for a quick Bob here while the rest of Akron stalls. That Diva Bomb does not look good though for Akron. Finds Midtown Man and just Tracers in the back line doing work. Minefield from Miami on point. Does not look like it's going to be holdable from Akron. Boops the Diva off, and looks like Akron's going to have to reset here while Miami rolls into second, cleaning up those spawn kills.
Right, Pharmacy already on the top of it, laying it down.
I like that switch from the Diva there from Miami. It was exactly what they needed to be able to absorb the dynamites, first of all. That's giving Stunnape just so much value. But it's just, the Diva itself, is you can take those high grounds, you can move around with the rest of your team rather than being stuck on Ryan, just having to melee.
Dude, if you just kind of got Diva on Diva now. Except the Miami's Diva mech might fall here.
Stunnape finds the early kill on on Tracer, but Shuckle gets absolutely slept and countered and just put out of the fight. Looking to Bob here. Stall the fight. Hopefully the Bob does not fall off the map this time. Far in the back line, looking for a barrage. Desperately trying to kill that Mercy. Finally gets the pick. Shuckle bit off more than he can chew. Has to jump off the map. Both teams still brawling it out, going back and forth. But looks like Akron's able to stabilize here. Still on the Pharah, though.
Still on it. Maybe looking for another high-value barrage off of Fezzik.
Bomb coming out here from Magic, looking for a big pick. Both supports taken out. Absolutely huge. Maybe he wanted to use the Diva bug that got patched recently. You used to be able to throw on any map where there was water, like here underneath the bridge. You threw that Diva bomb down. There's no walls underneath the map, so it would just kill you if you were within range. But sadly, that got patched out. Yeah.
Oh.
Blizzard finally realized their mistake.
Huh.
So you every so often in the game you'd see, Diva bomb under the bridge, and then you just die. But yeah, Pulse Bomb coming out finds Eric, but both teams lose a crucial support.
Miami finds 2 more from Akron.
Still even though, but that boop on Diva is absolutely huge. Shuckle trying to stall as much as he can. Clock sticking down for Miami. Akron looking for a good stall here while they regroup. That card's going to move to the end of second point, and there's going to be a good stall here. Both teams coming up on some decent ults. Some big ults here, looking to see which team can get the most value out of it. Maybe Minefields will cancel out, but Miami's just trying to push this card as far as they can. Good zoning Minefield. Miami answers with their own, but just ults just piling on left and right. It'll be Akron coming out with the early pick on Tracer. Just Bob throwing in damage. Shuckle finds another kill. Ana goes down on a difference there. Just finds that finishing blow. Sombra goes down. That's the rest of Miami there. Ball's the last one alive. And there goes a second point hold for Akron. Yeah, that was just a mess of ultimates. Just kind of reminds me of the old days of goats there, where it's just kind of you use all 6 ults in a second, and it just be a real big mess. And whoever came out on top was usually just kind of who ulted first, who ulted second, who still got an ultimate lasting.
Right. Oh man,
I miss the chaos, but it was orchestrated chaos back in those days of being able to have 3 supports, 3 tanks, massive ults coming out from pretty much every player there. It's just it was a fun time at Overwatch, but now it's kind of turned into a Rolock. It's turned into different set comps that kind of, each team's got their own twist. So here, stunning up on the Ashe,
right,
and Miami going with that Pharah, just trying to put their own spin, try to catch the other team off guard, something they maybe haven't practiced against, but running with the same comps here, going out from Miami and Akron.
See a Baptiste and then Reinhardt and Ball coming out from Miami. Is that fairly common on Rialto?
Reinhardt mostly is, because you got a bunch of corners to work with, good closed area for that melee really to put in some damage. But after what they've seen with the Ryan, how it hasn't worked against that Ashe, I think they might have a different idea because they're defending this time, but it's just, who knows with that Ashe coming out with all that damage, how the Ryan will really work. Make it across the bridge without any fancy boot plays coming out. So sad. So sad to see. Akron just trying to get those high grounds secured so they don't get flanked around, looking for that Pharah. Ball coming in from Miami, looking to get booped here. Gets found out by Akron, getting low. Does he make it to the Mega? He does not. Shuckle working on that backline, working that Baptiste, while the rest of the Akron comes around the corner, taking the high ground. Eric trying himself out to the Tracer, but just Ashe just putting out too much damage for anyone on Miami to find a secure kill. Jaden forces out Lamp on the Baptiste. Stunape finds another kill on the Tracer. He's just hitting every headshot today on them, trying to flank around. Jaden's just working free on that Baptiste.
There it is.
Shuckle comes in to help, but Akron's just taking their first point by storm. Ryan left alone in the cart with the ball, but doesn't look like they'll live for long. tries to find someone. But yeah, just Akron working these ults here and just working Miami. Good stall coming out, but it's just not enough to be able to find any kills.
All right.
So looks like we're gonna be coming out here with another Far Barrage, maybe trying to sneak over that top. But Diva's looking at her, trying to force that out. Akron coming out with most of their ults, almost boops the Reinhardt. Shuckle kind of stuck, has to use all of his abilities to get out. Finds the kill on Stunape, but he's able to send the Bob out beforehand. Ball looking low, Shuckle looking for a boop, doesn't find it, knocks him into a tree. Rest of Akron, Miami going at it on the cart. Both minefields gonna be coming out here. Jaden finds the massive pulse bomb on their Reinhardt. Big anti coming out on the ball, unable to heal himself. Akron's able to take that first point and pretty decisively. Both teams committing quite a few ultimates, but it just comes out with Akron on top there. Committing Shatter really early on while Akron's respawning. Trying to keep that fight there on first point, burning as much time as they can. Forces bomb. And able to res Shuckle. Akron's able to res Shuckle there, but Miami just goes down with the Reinhardt and gets pushed back as far as they can.
Too many things going down on Miami right there.
Just
just poke for the moment.
Poking, playing around. Stunape just another early fight pick. It's just he's absolutely dominating on this Ashe. Still hasn't had a contest from any other kind of hit scan from Miami. They've been sticking that far, trying to make it work, but he's just been putting out. He's just had too much range. Now he's got another Bob. He just throws it down. He gets nanoed as well, looking to kill the Rhine. Massive pulse bomb coming out from Jaden, but just the amount of damage coming out from Akron just insta wipes the other team. And that's map 3 for Akron, putting them at match point with a 2-1 lead. Just there's no contest for Stunape right now. It just
very strong.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Posic's trying to make that far work. Finds a couple good barrages, but he's just he's just unable to deal with that Ashe all by himself. I think he even gets killed by Stunape here. Oh no!
Oh,
nice. But yeah, Miami's got to deal with this Ashe. I don't know if it's not they haven't dealt with something like this before, or if it's just they've been used to being able to deal with a far rolling them over. But it's just that Ashe has just been a key factor for Akron the last week, I'd say. It was a key factor in the Mizzou game. Stunape was just on the high ground on Gibraltar, just raining down fire from above. And then they were just able to take that and just roll it through all their other maps. And here with Miami, both very strong teams, but Miami just falling to that Ashe left and right. So it looks like we're going to be going to Anubis here for our control point map, or sorry, to our attack.
What is it? What is it called in the game? It's like assault or something, isn't it?
Assault, I believe, is the proper term. But similar to how the first capture point on Blizzard World was, you have 2 capture points you have to achieve, and just pretty much once you achieve both, round ends and it flips side. And these are very notorious for going on for a long amount of time.
Yep.
And so it's just gonna be interesting to see. There's a lot of Widow opportunity, or Ashe, I guess, coming out from Akron. So Miami's definitely gonna have to deal with this coming out.
Yeah, Temple of Anubis is one of my absolutely worst maps. Just such an awkward, kind of strange map to play on. It's just all over the place. You get these 2 weird choke points. So Paul, educate me. What should I be playing on Temple of Anubis?
So really kind of just depends on what you walk up to. It's usually you'll have a team that has a strong brawl composition, holding that early high ground. They just kind of got the Widow or an Ashe or something just throwing out damage from the back or from a corner. So you either want to kind of run underneath with another brawl comp, run through that left side, and just kind of work your way around onto that high ground and just kind of take a brawl kind of grappling fight. Or you can go with a dive composition from the choke and just jump right up on the high ground instantly, trying to force that other team back. But it really just depends on what that team can push back with, if they've got something on that high ground. It looks like Stunape here is going to be with the Ashe. Jaden coming out with the Sombra, though. Looking to get some big hacks out here on maybe the Ryan, and Fozik's on the Mei. Trying to close off those sight lines with Symmetra, trying to get just around him. Just going to try to ignore him rather than just fight him one-on-one.
Uh-oh.
I take that back. The whole
Big
team
TP on
of
the high
Amy
ground.
just tried to murder Stunape, and they succeeded.
I think that scared me more than him. Goodness gracious.
That's always a scary sight to see a teleport in your face, be like, no big deal, and just have the entirety of the enemy team running you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely caught Akron by surprise there. Stunape had no clue they were going to run with that. Akron's trying to stall at this point. Stunape gets back with a from spawn, but both teams down. Looks like Stunape's going to just punish them for like, hey, you made me wet my pants there. Guess I gotta kill you now.
Yeah, Miami went up top to try to find Midtown Man off a high ground with a TP, and then just didn't get him. I don't know what exactly happened there.
I think they might have been booped off there by Shuckle or Magic, but they just weren't able to find. They weren't able to find that surprise factor. Jaden just
the nastiest spray down.
That's just nasty there. He's
a good one.
Uncloaked in the back line. Widow has no idea he's there. Just stands still and sprays him down. That's just sad to see. Just unfortunate for the Widow.
Ooh,
Fozik finds a nice kill on Magic before he's able to remech there from the Diva Bomb. Jaden looking for round 2 with that Widow, but that Widow knows better. The rest of Miami's looking to push on the point here, taking that high ground, forcing Akron to come back. EMP comes out to Jaden, hits 3. Shuckle's able to find the Widow, and now it's just big anti coming out from Midtown Man. Nano comes out on him on Stunape as well, and it's just Akron putting out a bunch of ultimates here for Miami.
Yeah, next fight we're looking at Akron having about 2 ults. Well, Miami's going to be coming up on 5.
Yeah,
Miami a little bit rough.
If Miami doesn't get this here, it's going to be grasping for straws, trying to get that desperate point. Because if they don't even... They do have a tick, so the map is not drawable yet. But it's still a possibility of getting stuck there. Shuckle gets instantly froze and then gets another Mei ult thrown on him. He just wasn't able to move at all. But Stunape still during the... while Miami's looking around, just able to find the pick. He just uncontested on the high ground. Miami still hasn't had a hard, direct counter trying to throw at him. They're just trying to avoid him at all costs, and it doesn't look like it's paying off.
Not at all. Stunape's been able to throw a wrench into the gears that they've been trying to...
Beginning of the fight, he had a Bob, and now he's got another Bob. It's just... he's just raining fire. Just Miami doesn't know what to do here against him. Jaybird's finally able to find some picks on the back line. Jaden gets his translocator blocked by the wall, and Miami finds the point finally, but it's just at what cost?
Yeah.
I mean, with Shatter Wall and Grab, so they still have massive ult to be able to push it to a map complete here. But that Bob coming out, it's just EMP takes down a massive sim wall there. That ultimate will take down any standing shield or ability in the game, so that Symmetra ultimate just flat out denied, and Stunape's just able to throw out damage from spawn from behind all of his team, emoting after getting what I think is a team kill all by himself pretty much there.
I believe it was.
But Miami they're just getting a wall stuck in their face left and right. While they're trying to stuff wall in Akron's face, it's just not working for them. They got to do something about this Ashe.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they've made any switches to quite get up there with him.
Stunape gets nanoed and Minefield comes out and just Symmetra gets blown up by Akron here.
Yeah.
Miami's still gonna try to go in here, but just Akron Stunape just took that Zarya from 400 HP down to 50 in 2 shots. Throwing another Bob. This man has another Bob. He works Ashe faster than anyone I've ever seen. And just like these teams don't know what to do. They're trying to work against him, but it's just huge antis coming out from Midtown Man too to complement this Ashe. You get that fire burning down. Miami finding the pick on Midtown Man, but is it enough? Jaden working another EMP. He's got it if they need to throw it in. EMP comes out, hits four for Miami, and that's just the fight for Akron there.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Maybe an unnecessary bomb, but it's just cleanup time.
Yeah.
Miami just clock's running out again. They're looking to desperately get a point here. But yeah, just Stun Ape, just absolute control. Nothing else can really be said. Just they haven't dealt with them. That's been the last few maps. Is they found the weakness is just running into Ash.
Tack boosted Ash too. I mean, Eric. I don't know if Eric's even looked at anyone else this game.
I wonder if he's turned his monitor on yet. But just there's not been that many swaps from Miami here. They've dealt with Shuckle. They've dealt with Jaden and Midtown Man, but just they can't deal with the Ash. That's their shortcoming here. Coming off the wall, no EMP to take it out this time. Ooh. But it looks like another Bob on point just to keep that stall there. Jaden finds the Lucio.
Still two picks from Akron. I don't know. 2
picks from Akron. This is gigantic ante. That's it for the fight for Miami. Yeah. It's gonna be final fight here coming up with 4, almost 5 ults. Granted, they're large ults that can be done, but they're coming up on another EMP, Valk, Nano. It's just they got to find the correct picks at the right time here and just unseat Stun Ape. They just gotta kill him, man. But they're not gonna get that good of a engagement here with Jaden looking for that pick on that Ryan, trying to make sure he doesn't get the point. 10 seconds left, and Miami's still in spawn.
Yeah, I mean they don't have a ball or anything. Their Lucio's gonna be
Lucio's trying to touch,
contest.
maybe throw some beat in there. They make it on the point now.
They did make it.
Throwing out, oh, Magic with the huge eat on that Blizzard.
Yeah.
That man needs to go to Dairy Queen and buy him out. He is just notorious for eating ultimates. And Akron just takes that second point and just denies Miami any tick percentage. And it's just that final fight, Magic eating that Blizzard was absolutely huge. I'm sure if they tried to grab them earlier, he probably would have eaten that as well.
What restaurant do you have a grab at?
I don't know.
I'm curious.
Maybe the local Swenson's there. Get some nice drive-in food. Get a milkshake, some fries, and your local Graviton Surge. Yeah. Pair it with your Blizzard down the street from Dairy Queen. You know, maybe they'll name a Blizzard after Magic there.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Miami does here with this Ash, because if they aren't able to deal with it soon, that's the match for them. All
right, we're seeing a D.Va, which in my eyes is better than a Zarya for the Stun Ape, because they did pull out the D.Va a little bit.
Going with the Zen Lucio, looking for some major damage coming out from Miami. This will be very interesting to see, because I mean, if Stun Ape gets a big dynamite off, there is no living that for Miami, because the rest of Akron will just push in and just all around you. Akron's playing their comp very well, and it's just, and then just
Stun Ape on the Genji there for a minute. I got a little excited.
maybe not this time. They're looking to win this one nice and clean.
Right.
Running with the May Creed, definitely looking to stop that ball in Sombra, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to deal with Stun Ape there. He just hits major dynamite there, just burning down the supports. Anti-hit on the Ryan. There is no shield left for him.
Oh, goodness.
3-1, Ryan goes down. The rest of Miami is trying to fall back to point. Stun Ape's just... That's it, man. Stun Ape's pretty much securing this point single-handedly for Akron. Fozix finds him, but coming back... Actually, Miami's coming back, and Stun Ape gets rezzed. Coming back with that Brig, rethinking their Lucio decision. But Miami just backed into a corner here. Stun Ape on the high ground, unable to do anything. Ball goes up to contest, but is it enough? The rest of Miami goes down in the meantime, but it's just one long-winded fight there for Miami. Akron's got plenty of ultimates that are coming online. They might take a dry fight, try to force out some ults for Miami here. And then they're able to just kind of walk on the point, use their ults, and finish. Because they just need one tick here on second point for the match.
Right. It's got 5 minutes and 40 seconds to do it as well.
5 minutes and 40 seconds to either win the map or draw. And that'll still go to another map, which will probably be in Akron's favor here. Just they got all sorts of time in the world to...
They almost being
even
caught
if they
out
get
right
stuffed here. It's just, yeah. Chuckle dealing with the Diva all alone, trying to get that ult charge, while the rest of Akron slowly moves forward.
Yeah, I see Miami's McCree did manage to pick up a high noon, and we're almost trans.
Akron's almost got every ult online here. They just came off of Valkyrie, but Stunape's just trying. He got Nano too. Let's see this Dynamite. Dynamite probably killing that Brig there. Has to force trans. Puts down the Korean High Noon through a trans and rally. That is...
EMP from Jaden to probably finish it off.
Mayo coming out from Miami. It's still anyone's game. Reinhardt almost down. Shuckle gets killed. Big anti coming out, but is it enough? Diva Bomb finds so many people from Miami. It doesn't look like Akron's able to get a foothold here. Stunape's stuck in the back line, but that's it for him, trying to get as much ult charge as he can.
Yeah, took it from 0% to 58% again, right at the end of that fight. Getting a lot of value. The only ults that we're looking at right now are Miami's got a Brig ult. And maybe a Shatter this fight? Maybe. I don't know.
That armor might be pretty good against Stunape for a short amount of time, but unless they're able to find an answer to him quickly like they did last fight, I don't know.
Might be able to throw in a big dynamite, get it off.
He's just one good dynamite away from another Bob. And so they're coming in, working up ultimates again. Both teams getting very close to a full bank. So just kind of poke and play, seeing if they can find anyone out. Jaden getting in position here for another good poke. Akron goes in. Shuckle getting ready, but it's just good sleep on the Mei there from Akron.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
No, they throw the pop in. Stunape gets netted again. Trying to look for the McCree, putting him down, but that finds the Bob. Both teams using some ultimates here. Brig trying to go on
getting in Stunape's face. I guess they found the Stunape counter. Just throw a Brig at her.
Yeah, throw a Brig and Diva and just put your whole team in front of him and see what he does.
Right.
Gets frozen. Shatter hits a couple.
Him.
Finds Jaden. Akron's unable to find any progress here. Stunape just barely threads the needle, gets out there. Rest of Akron regroups while Miami's coming up on Noon and Bomb again, unless that's a Diva mech. Yeah, no, that's Bomb as well.
Yeah.
Miami played that very well, kept most of their ultimates, just kept the necessary ones for, falling back. And now we're approaching 2 minutes and 30 seconds. They've Akron's burned through half their time bank here and haven't gotten a single tick.
Yeah, I mean, time passes so fast. Here we are. I said 5 minutes, I guess 2.5 minutes ago.
Stunape
got one out here.
Stunape looking to work with that EMP here from Jaden. Jaden trying to bait out that trans as best as he can. But it looks like they're going to go and engage here. They throw out a blizzard on Eric and Shuckle here, winning the early fight. Akron's got to push back after losing that many people that quickly. Jaden gets found just as he's about to leave, desperately trying to leave.
Did I just see Stunape switch to Doomfist?
He did.
Oh my goodness.
They forced him off. So let's see what he does here. He's looking to get some early picks here, cause some chaos in the backline, specifically with that EMP in the mines coming out from Shuckle here.
Right.
He was definitely able to do some big work coming out. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Bomb coming out first to force some abilities, trying to get that trans out. Unable to find it. Mines come out. EMP coming out here soon after this trans. Stunape gets found, however. They did force out trans for the next fight, so it's just kind of working it up. But it's coming down to final fight territory here for Akron. If they don't make a move on this next fight, that's probably it, going for a draw.
They've got an electromagnetic pulse from Sombra. That's what we're looking at for Akron, at least.
Disables every ability for anyone within the range and line of sight. And it's very devastating sometimes. If your whole team gets hit,
yeah,
your Zen has trans or your Lucio is beating, it's it's all gone. It's just negated. So this looks like the last real fight from Akron. Get stunned out of his EMP!
No!
Absolutely massive stun coming from starting from
Jaybird.
TPS here.
I thought it was the break that got him. My bad.
Was it the brig? I just knew he got stunned.
Yeah.
That was absolutely massive. That shut down Akron's entire plan, and now they're gonna have to scrap together a final win condition here.
Yeah, Jaden going to Tracer. We're looking at the Nano.
Miami coming out with a beautiful stall. It's all or nothing here for Akron. Miami looking in a very good place here with 4 ultimates online, almost 6.
Nano coming down on a stun ape.
That Diva's definitely holding on the stun ape there, and finds Jaden with the high noon. Stun ape trying to get that mega pack.
Shuckle did trigger overtime.
Did trigger overtime, but Akron is losing people left and right. And that is a beautiful hold going to come out from Miami to take it to a map 5.
Absolutely.
Taking it to map 5, possibility of a map 6 if Miami wants to try a somewhat reverse sweep here. They took first map, but I mean, pulling it to a draw in 4th, going to a map 6. We'll have to see here.
Nasty, nasty. There's the play of the game.
Stunape just doing so much work on Ash, but just that second point with that respawn there for a defending team is it just proves too much most of the time. Guess that's why the map has the nickname Draw Nubis. It's just no one likes to play on it that much because it'll just turn into dog fights like that. You'll burn your whole clock trying to attack second point, and it'll just kind of die out, and it's just not that exciting sometimes.
I found that in general, assault maps kind of end up like that. Or at least, I don't know, in my experience, it's mostly Hanamura and Anubis. Although I'm not quite up there with the varsity team, so...
Blizzard has definitely kind of made some mistakes with this map type, though, considering how out of every map in the game, the 2 that are currently unavailable and have not actually been played in, I believe, over a year on any competitive level of Overwatch are 2 attack point maps, 2 CP maps, both of which have been pretty much the most hated maps in the game by the community, being Paris and Horizon Lunar Colony.
Absolutely.
Horizon has already had 1 rework done with it, and it's been put out back again, but people still, it's just the map itself, the layout of the points and how the high grounds work, it's just no one enjoys it. No one really likes playing on those maps. And then Paris, it's just such a hard choke point that you have to decisively win really quick to be able to take that point. And then just the journey to second point there for Paris is also just super long.
Yeah.
And so to be able to make a successful attack, like you get 3 attacks for like a 6-minute time bank, and that's it. It's just the rest of that. So it's just Blizzard is trying to rework their map. Maybe with the Overwatch 2 coming out here soon, they're going to try to put out a new map type and maybe replace it all in general.
Right. I'm looking at a soon TM there, of course.
Soon TM whenever Blizzard gets around to putting out that map. I mean, we get our cinematic every year, and it's just like, yeah, maybe it'll come out. We got teased 2 years ago, I think, at the World Cup for BlizzCon, when it was just like, we got a nice 15-minute cinematic there announcing the second game, but just little has been heard. But I mean, it's been a rough time for all game developers, but it's just the timetable keeps being pushed back, and it's just anyone's guess here on how soon it'll come out. But I mean, when it does, we'll get some new map types. Maybe Overwatch 1 will get a little bit of revamp there. But
I've seen and read a lot of like IGN, I think it was, did an interview with Jeff Kaplan about how they want Overwatch 2 to be almost like a different game. I don't know how much have you looked into like the demo stream stuff that they did for BlizzCon this year?
So yeah, we've with what we've seen, it's just they're reworking a lot of the game, because a couple months ago, Blizzard tried to reformat how the game is queued. So right now there's a 2-2-2 lock. So you have 2 supports, 2 DPS, and 2 tank every game, every team for any competitive mode.
Right.
And so they were messing around with kind of like tanks and values and abilities, kind of seeing if you could have a single tank if you could have 3 support, 1 tank, 2 DPS,
Oh,
3
that'd be
tank,
weird.
1 DPS. Yeah, they're messing around, but they're trying to see if it's possible for that to first of all come to Overwatch 1, but also kind of testing the grounds for Overwatch 2 because it's going to be more of a player versus environment game where you have missions, you have a campaign to do rather than player versus player, team versus team.
Yeah, I mean the lore that they've constructed with Overwatch goes so far down a rabbit hole. Oh my gosh. You get friended into Overwatch and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love Widowmaker. Like, what happened with her?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, she's a sleeper agent who murdered her husband and then got stolen, and then they slid her heart down and now her skin's blue." Like, it's
now her skin's blue. It's the best part.
I love how deep it goes, and now we get to see some of those stories, not exactly those stories, but we get to go on those co-op missions with the characters and get to see them kind of bicker back and forth like at the start of the match. I'm looking forward to that part at least.
Yeah, definitely with the Overwatch events coming up here with the archives, they've definitely done a lot of lore exploring and given us kind of the preview from the very beginning of what a Overwatch 2 PvE style will be, because that's pretty much what those missions are. Is you queue up with 3 other people and you just kind of complete the story, or you can use other characters to do it. But it's a fun game mode. Everyone enjoys it, and it'll be really, really nice to see all the different story and lore, because when the event comes out, you get 1 story, that's it. But that'll be a full game worth of lore and campaign and just all sorts of cosmetics and redesign that you'll get to be able to see here for everyone who loves Overwatch.
Right. And you know, one of the things with Overwatch 2, at least on the release date, it's just like, you know, I don't want to see another. I mean, not that Cyberpunk was amazingly bad, because there was a lot of pressure for them to get out that game, but I don't want to see Blizzard. Excuse me, I spit the mic there. I don't want to see Blizzard do, you know, pull a little Cyberpunk action on us with Overwatch 2, where there's just bugs all over the place. I think that's what the main delay is they're trying to work out all the kinks with all these crazy abilities and stuff that they've put in.
Yeah, the main thing for Overwatch 2 is it's a brand new engine. They can't really bring anything over from Overwatch 1.
It is.
So like any of the abilities for a tank will be completely different, and the same thing works the other way. So you can't just put anything you put in Overwatch 2 back in Overwatch 1. It's completely different. But looks like we're back from our short break here between the maps, so we get everything settled out. So we're back on another control. This is map 5, Akron up 2-1, with Miami getting a draw, bringing us into a map 5, possibly a map 6, if Miami is able to take this. But we're on Nepal this time, with Akron coming out with their own Pharah and Ashe. Stunnape moving over on the Pharah this time. But
Jaden's on the Ashe.
Yeah, Jaden's on the Ashe, but Miami's sticking with their Mei Sim combo there, trying to get that brawl off. But it'll be interesting to see how Akron's putting all that spam damage in, getting all that poke with the Pharah and the Ashe from all those different angles.
Stunnape manages to find himself a teleporter.
Having some good fun, you know, making sure the other team can't get it. Looking for some good boop opportunities since they're all stuck in that room. He's just able to throw damage in while it's just all over the place. They find the Zarya.
Oh.
Big sleep, big boop, big
boop.
Hit coming out from Akron there. Miami's able to take the point, but it's going to be coming down to the wire to see if they can hold this. Another huge nade coming out. Lamp already gone. And that's just Akron taking the rest of the cleanup kills there. Miami trying to get as much as they can. Stunnape already close to ult too. Miami's actually finding some good picks coming back here.
Oh, I think Akron managed to get him a little bit there.
Yeah, the Ashe Dynamite just took everyone down to low health. Now Miami's gotten some good stall. They've gotten almost 30% on this point. And it's gonna be flipped at 30 for Akron starting to work the clock. Both teams getting some good ultimates online to be able to contest each other, but like that opening stall, it was just huge for Miami.
Absolutely. Stunnape coming up on Barrage, and they're not gonna have a sim wall for it. Hopefully he can slot it in there before that ult comes up online.
Yeah, Miami's just trying to go to point as fast as they can so they can hide from the Pharah and the damage.
Oh, we might see a Barrage.
Just puts down the Baptiste, seeing that his Lamp is just out in the open, no one's helping him. Big antis coming out from Midtown Man, left and right. And Akron just
Whoa.
cleaning up kills. Shuckle pulling out some nice slam text there.
Fancy footwork. Oh yeah. Well,
Getting all those movement. Ryan going off the map, looking for some sledding down the hill. Hopefully he has a good time going back to spawn.
oh yeah.
But yeah, Akron used up a lot of their ultimates here while Miami kind of just saved it, looked for a dry fight there, looking to take over. Got that big May wall coming out with the window, maybe a May ult on point. But Miami just got most of their ults coming up while Akron's all over the board. Shuckle looking to get some good chaos coming in with the boop.
TP going down. Miami's going to be
TP going out.
real
Shuckle does
quick.
not find anyone. They take that point super fast. And it's just Miami holding that point, trying to use their ults. Trying to work up that barrage here with Stun Ape getting the nano on him. Miami pops 4 ults at once.
Shuckle's stuck in a wall.
Shuckle's stuck in a May wall. Not every day you see that happen. Stun Ape gets killed, gets a res off on it. The whole team just finds Eric, punish him for that.
Yeah.
Stun Ape tries throwing a barrage, getting enough damage, but that Diva just eats everything.
Ooh,
May's
Brook
able to be
coming out.
found
May's
here.
probably going down here.
May goes down. Maybe Frog goes down here. Frog
Maybe.
goes back in the point. Diva bomb. Shuckle finds a good kill on that Symmetra. And Akron just responds with ults of their own after Miami used almost every ult there.
Every single one of them. They're coming up on Shatter now, but
Coming up on Shatter and Window, but both teams are pretty much in one fight territory, so it's gonna be if Akron holds here, it's gonna be if they can deal with all the ultimates coming in from Miami. But if Miami takes this with the ults they have, they're gonna be left with few resources to deal with what Akron's got, because they've got plenty of time to get a proper fight here.
yep.
Going again with the
Ooh,
TP.
TP coming
Magic's
on
able to find the Symmetra
no.
split. They knew it was coming. Miami just didn't think they'd fall for a third time. They find the picks though, but Akron's able to push it to 99. Miami has to use Shatter and Window to commit. They're gonna have probably Beat come online here in May ult in the fight, but they're only gonna have that May wall or the Symmetra wall to pretty much come out swinging with. But Akron's got Nano, got Barrage, and Valk coming out.
Some
Clock's ticking. Sorry.
sim turrets on the other side of that bridge on the left side of point.
Trying to predict that Stun Ape in here. Shuckle's gonna try to get that fight in here.
Ooh, Far looking for a barrage here. Getting aggressive on the back line. Bap
Forces
uses
the lamp out.
Oh man.
Absolutely huge Diva play coming out, absorbing the entire barrage, saving the Baptiste and the fight there from Miami. It's up to
I
Akron to
can't
try to
watch.
force anything. Beat coming out, and I believe this might be it for Akron here. Smooth TP charges coming out. No one's able to touch from Akron, and that makes it 1-0 Miami.
Woo. What a back and forth point. How about that one? Goodness.
Yeah, that's good fight coming out from Miami. They've been able to deal with this Ashe here. But Stun Ape going on that Doom, and there's a lot of open space here for some good boop opportunities. Jaybird's definitely going to be itching a wall ride there. Get his nice little team kills. Even though sadly Lucio's ultimate is a little busted, as in he doesn't get almost any charge for getting a boop kill. You boop a 600 HP ball, congratulations, you got 5%.
Is it really?
It's very very stupid. You can boop the whole team and it'll just kind of be like you get half your ult. Whereas you do the same thing on ball, you get an instantaneous ult for like 3 people.
Right.
Both teams running out with the same comp as they were before, but that wall will not help Miami as much. Shuckle just causing mayhem.
Rolling right on through.
Miami
looks like they're backing up.
Miami doesn't think they got this in the bag here. Ryan kind of got stuck on his own May wall there. But Miami backing up, maybe rethinking this whole fight himself.
Ooh, May might get caught out here.
With that boop.
Stun Ape's gonna be able to time the boop.
Miami just runs around the corner. Trying to find the boop kill here, Shuckle. Just gets some slam kills instead. Ryan 1, Lamp comes out, but Miami's no one's got point yet.
Yeah.
And Akron looks like they will win the fight.
There it is.
Both teams coming up on a lot of ults here because that fight went on a while.
Oh yeah.
but looks like Akron came on ahead on those.
Ooh.
Just stalling the fight at this point. Staggering all the team. They get the res on Stunape, which puts them heavily ahead. Now he's able to get that barrage and pretty much just force him out. Looking for a boop kill on the Ryan. That Ryan realizes just in time. He's got that sixth sense, but Stunape's just untouchable in his location here. Tries to get a boop, doesn't find it. Window comes out. Shuckle gets stunned out of mines, I believe? No.
No, he got it off. He got it off.
The voice line just gets a little messed up, but Shuckle gets punished there for going in too deep. Stunape's just trying to save Eric there, but Eric goes down.
Oh no!
Now it's just stalling here for Akron. They have managed to reach it to 55 though, or about 50 though.
Got a lot of progress on that.
Akron coming up on a lot of ults. Only used Noon and Mines there, whereas Ryan shattered, they windowed, and yeah, Miami's just not looking as strong here.
Yeah, Stunape's still looking to slot this barrage. Somewhere in here, the D.Va makes it pretty painful to try to do.
The D.Va's learned their lesson of letting that barrage through once.
Yeah. We might see a bomb from Magic? Maybe?
I don't know if it's necessary here, as Stunape finds the kills on everything in the back.
Hopefully we can pick up the Mei.
That May's gonna hide in the corner.
I was gonna say.
Socks her in the jaw. Unlucky. She thought she would get out, but she just kind of stuck herself in the corner. Akron back, putting that timer on, putting the heat on Miami there. They can afford to lose the round, but is it something they really want to do? They want to push this as fast as they can, kind of keep the momentum going, but if they get stalled out here, it could be it for them. Miami has a bunch of ults already online. Bomb coming out, trying to find the Pharah. They've narrowly avoided it. Tries to boop the Mei, does not find that either. Bomb coming out from Magic, however. Almost finds that Reinhardt. That Reinhardt just had some terror sweats there. I don't really know how that Magic didn't eat that High Noon there. I guess it was barely out of his range.
Yeah, I think
eat, and that just puts the fight over for Miami. But it's in one fight territory for Akron here, and the ults are on the other foot now with just a window to Miami's name and maybe a shatter.
Right, we're gonna have Barrage, Minefield, and a Pulse Bomb from Akron. I'm looking to see another double from Jaden. Oh, didn't find anyone. I was gonna say I heard it go through there, right in the back of my ear. It was like, I don't know what Tracer says.
Something British.
Something British.
Chuckle looking for some minefields to cut off that Ryan. The Frog is antied in one. Stunape just puts him down. Interesting window coming out from the Baptiste for a high ground. But Stunape just putting out so much damage, keeping so much zoning.
Ooh, Jaden trying to get a McCree here.
Jaden with Magic trying to get the drop on the back of the line. But it's just Stunape coming out with some damage. Looking for a boop. Manages to find it on the Ryan. Absolutely massive.
Man.
I think that's the fight there from Akron. That Lucio's won. Managed to get out. But Akron's able to flip this point. Now it's going to be stall here from Miami. Getting the ball. Soldiers, Moira switch. They're desperately trying to win this map here. Push it to a map 6. But
oh man, it's going to be hard getting into that point.
Chaos. It's absolute chaos for Miami as Stunape just works the back line, forces them to just kind of scatter, and no one remembers to touch the point. So this is match point right here for Akron. If they can take this, they can finish it off. But if Miami's able to take it, it's match 6, and it's gonna be an interesting 2-2 map score there if Miami's able to take it. Both teams doing very well though.
Yes, absolutely. We've seen some miraculous Ashe play from Stunape. We've seen it getting a Mei through Phozix. It's really weird with a Pharah. Just sliding the Mei right in.
Yeah. But it's just like both teams. Just like Akron did kind of roll there on the I think on the escort map on Rialto, but it was just kind of like they got punched right back in the face on
Anubis.
on Anubis, and it was just both teams back and forth, both very good gameplay coming out.
Ooh, wait. We see Fozix on the Fair and Stunape on the Ashe again.
Stunape's definitely trying to get back on Miami there. Diva and Ball are on the backline of Akron, but Shuckle is able to work down point, keep that stall going. Gets found out. Jaden desperately trying to stay alive, forces all of his abilities. Miami takes the point there, but might be able to find the pick on the ball. He rolls away with the Diva Matrix behind him.
Yep.
And Miami takes first control of the point. Both teams really trying to work their ults up here. Ball might bit off more than he can chew, but gets out.
Oh. He did feed Stunape about 40% of his ult right there.
Stunape might be about to get the rest of his ult with Miami grouped up here. Working that Pharah. Ball's in the back line. Pharah gets put down by the shotgun. Trying to secure that kill. Pushes just too far. And this allows Akron to get more ground, push forward. That minefield's a little scary, that window as well. But if Akron can push through it, it's all moot.
Shuckle kind of managed to find his way through it. The Bob coming down from Stunape.
Bob pulling his weight here, killing all of the mines on point. Ooh.
Whoa! That was pretty in your face.
Shuckle looks up and gets absolutely just pummeled by rockets coming from that Pharah. Miami's still holding on to the point. Still possible for them to retake it here. But Jaden finds the kill on the Diva. Ball coming in for the last minute stall. The Kree actually doing some work here on the back line.
Whoa!
Akron's got to try to kill him here. But neither team, but oh my gosh, Akron's just not able to find anyone. Stunape's trying to switch to the Kree to deal with that ball in the backline in the Pharah. But Miami here is pushing it to one fight territory. Akron's going to have to do a complete reverse sweep here on the control point to push it to a map 6, or to, I guess, win for them, for Miami to push to map 6. I guess Miami found out that control points are kind of their go-to here with these comps. Diva Bomb from Akron finds nobody. But just McCree for Miami is he's just putting on the gas, just deleting everyone in sight. Stunape gets res probably into a Diva Bomb. Yes, he's res into a Diva Bomb. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Fozzik kills himself, but it's just Miami's just cleaning up kills here at this point. And that's map 5 to Miami, pushing this to overtime map 6.
Oh my
2-2 for each team. Probably going to do the last control point in the map pool if I had to guess, which I believe is Ilios. But it's just going to a map 6, pushing overtime, both teams, 2-2. I guess you could consider this a attempt at a reverse sweep, since it's been 2 maps since Akron's won. It's not a full sweep, but both teams fighting tooth and nail for this win here.
Absolutely. Got some.
Both teams.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Both teams just back and forth here, like the entire match. It's just real good. So it looks like there's a little bit of a confusion on how to proceed from here. So in the meantime, we do not have a 6 map currently. We need to mess. People, some of the teams are saying, let's just go to bed at this point. Maybe do a coin flip for whoever wins, comes down to that. But looks like we're going to take a short break here while we decide what the ruling is on a map 6. So yeah, just what are you thinking now, going this far, seeing both teams go to a 2-2 map score here, Raz?
Oh my gosh, I just got to play a couple games against the Akron varsity team, and it's so amazing to not only be able to play against them, but be able to see them just. There's so much chemistry, and it's so cool to be able to see Stunape frag out and Jaden just mess some stuff up in the backline. Shuckle just, I mean, I can't say making me proud, but he's
doing work.
Main tank. Oh my goodness, that's my role. So being able to see him in action, live, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
It's
I'm s-
it's interesting to see some of this roster too, because Midtown Man and Jaden are some of the OGs, some of the original members of the when the team was formed. And so after this year they'll be graduating, but it's just amazing to see how far the program and this team specifically has come. It's just
Absolutely.
it's great to see just how well they've done so far this year, especially with this being like the seniors last year. Like no one's kind of like it's just amazing because they're undefeated as it stands right now. We'll see how it goes in the next half an hour where that ends up. But
Mhm.
like every tournament they're in, they're undefeated and they're just taking names, and it's something completely different that they've never experienced before, and it's great.
I couldn't agree more. I guess the only thing I really wish I had was like a peek into Akron's comms right now. Just see what's
Mhm.
going through their heads and how they want to go at this last map.
Yeah. Like it's definitely down the wire for both teams. Nerves are definitely hitting their peak
Oh
here.
yeah. It's I mean we've been going for an hour and 26 minutes now. I mean, putting that much focus into something for that long. I mean, at least the players get a
Yeah.
little bit of a break here, but I can imagine they're getting tired, right? Are they used to playing for this long?
Some teams like to do a double block of scrims, so that'd be 4 hours worth of scrims
Oh
straight.
my
And Overwatch
gosh.
is not quite match level, but very close to this level for 4 hours. It can get tiring, yes, but I mean this is just college tier at this point. And I mean you look at the professional Overwatch league and they're going full-time job, like 8-10 hours a day of just Overwatch on
Oh
top
man.
of like all of their other stuff with the team that they've got to do, like personal training and like VOD reviewing and like coaching and just the whole thing, which that's kind of like their whole life and the whole ordeal. It's just awesome to see at that point. But for a college scene for here, it's definitely just something like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I have heard from our Akron staff that the admins are making us replay the map that we drew. And so we will be going back to Temple Anubis for
Oh
both
no.
teams, replaying the map. And so
Say it ain't so.
I wish it wasn't so, but that's just kind of how it works. And I mean, if you draw again, I think we're just gonna have to play it again. And so we could be here until 2 a.m. going to the 17th inning of the game. It's just like, yeah, both teams full held, yeah, whatever. And it'll get to the point where both teams are just asleep at their computers, I guess, maybe. Whoever's got the most awake team.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I'm kind of surprised for ruling because different tournaments will have the different rules, and usually you have a map pool of 3 maps per type, and your 5th map, as we saw, was control, so it can't be drawed. But there's 2 map types that can be drawed with the hybrid and the 2CP, and like the 2CP usually will get drawn, but oftentimes, like if both maps get drawn, you're going pretty far in, and at that point you would just play your other control map.
Right.
And so you just take out the rest of the pool, so there'd be no more draws. But in this case, it's interesting because since you're replaying the map you drew on, there's still an opportunity to draw again. And so it's just kind of like an infinite loop. I mean, it's never going to happen, like, that happens so many times. I mean, it might happen in a comp game where you're getting, 6 attack versus 5 defense, and just finally someone loses the game in like heavy overtime. But
We have the players. I like
I like the banter.
Moto's idea of the Torb 1v1 to decide the match.
Just like, on point, have the 2 Torbs fight it out, and whichever one survives captures the point, and you just do it again for each point, and it's just like, yeah, that's how you decide it at this point.
You get all the rest of the players like around the Torb and like kind of close in on him like a schoolyard fight.
It's like Fight Club, but video games.
What happens in the varsity match stays in the varsity match.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you know, this is actually what they do in scrims. They don't play the regular game. They just 1v1 each other on with hammer only melee, you know.
Oh yeah.
So looks like we're coming out with different comps here because it's both teams saw the results of the last time. So Akron coming out with a Junkrat possibly on top of the
Junkrat!
Ash. So there's gonna be a lot of
What?
damage coming out from Akron. But Miami's bringing out the a Hanzo and Diva this time from the start. And so it'll be interesting to see how this matches up.
Paul, fill me in here a little bit. What's the point of Brig on attack? Seems like she'd have a pretty hard time getting up there.
She's pretty much a better Lucio in this state of the game, where first off you can heal an individual target with your separate ability, but if you're constantly hitting the other team, you just do a passive healing that's like twice the amount of Lucio.
Right. Ooh, big kill on Miami's ball right there.
Yeah, absolutely big brain trap. But yeah, just it's still kind of shocking me that we're replaying the drawn map because I mean it could still very easily be drawn again. It's one of the most drawn maps in the game. So I wonder if that's the organization or if that's just however they chose. Per league admin decision. Okay. So it wasn't in the rule book, but it was on the spot, and I guess we just got to go with it.
Yep.
So we'll be playing this out as we see. Akron's winning pretty decisively. Both teams coming up on plenty of ultimates. Minute burned down on the attack clock for Miami.
A couple Hanzo arrows flying over Stunape's head.
Yeah, you never like to see those. You never know where those are coming from. Odds are you'll just end up getting hit by one. Oh, there's the fight.
Ball peeking up high. We've got
Chuckle
Chuckle down low.
Barely. He's hiding on that Mega. Finally gets the Mega.
Oh, two decisive shots.
I don't know if that was a, really wanting to kill Stunape there, but puts down the high noon.
Kill him.
Hanzo really wanted to kill Jaden there on the Junkrat. Throwing the Bob on point for that stall, but
Nano coming out to save Stunape
there.
Yeah.
Saves them, but Stunape's able to get like 20% while Bob's still on the point. Fun fact about Bob, I'm pretty sure he's the only ultimate that can still be charged while your ultimate is active. Since he technically counts as another player to the game.
I think you might be right. Does self-destruct do that for Diva? Like, well, she ults and then the pistol? Huh.
No, because you'll automatically get the mech bat.
Oh,
the only time is if you get stunned out.
Oh man, completely forgot about that one.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of damage coming out, and then if you're still doing that much damage, Hanzo finds Midtown Man. The bane of Midtown Man's existence is random Hanzo arrows just finding him in the back line. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that happen to him, and it's just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Saved by Eric on Stunape right there. McCree came around, flashed, hit the right click, but didn't find him. Well, I mean, he found him, but he didn't kill him.
Yeah. But,
oh, man.
Miami just pushing
Miami's
pressure on the point. Miami is up on the point, pushing pressure, trying to get that map tick. Akron's trying to deny it as best they can. Another nano from Midtown, man. Second of this fight.
Holy crap.
Diva Bomb coming out. Shuckle survives at 1 HP, but gets stunned midair. Akron just trying to burn as much clock, trying not to give them a tick on point. As of now, it is not drawable anymore unless they fully cap this point for Miami. But it looks like they're going to be able to kind of clean up some kills, finish off the point here. This is just a long-winded match at this point. Who's got more stamina at this point to play this game? Keep on their feet. Keep thinking.
Endurance.
Yeah. Dragon coming on the point.
Dragon just thrown straight down mid.
Diva and Mercy trying to flush out that one side, but Akron finds the pick on Kree.
Stunape just kind of chilling on point right now, looking to get some poke.
feeling to get some damage in, maybe an early pick, you know, kind of win that fight early. But yeah, both teams coming with pulse.
yeah.
Jaden misses the pulse and just gets instantly headshot by the Hanzo Storm Arrow. Stunip looking to throw Bob on the point here, clear out the mines, if his dynamite didn't already.
Clear out the mine.
Noon coming
There it
out.
is.
Magic finds the kill in the Kree, putting Akron up in the fight. But Ball and Magic and
Stunip got
Shuckle
forced down.
going
Miami's
in.
Mercy going down.
Yeah, Shuckle and Magic just duo going in,
Oh, yeah.
smacking the other team while they're trying to hide from the Bob and the bomb. D-meching the Diva. Akron just burning the clock again, throwing it to a 2-minute time.
Jaden going from Junkrat to Sombra?
Yeah, trying to work up an EMP to negate all those
It was-
ults. Jet.
Tracer to Sombra.
Yeah, I feel he's trying to work that Zen down, make him kind of scared, hack him so he doesn't get that trans off, which is very key. If that Zen can't trans, and you've got a giant ult coming in like Minefield where your team's trapped in it, your team's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Magic desperately trying to keep the mech, but finally gets found out of it at 6 HP. Might be going in to swap here to another tank just so he can be useful for this fight. Yeah, he switches the Zarya
Right.
back to Diva so he gets a remech. Doesn't have much ult charge and bomb, so very smart play coming out. Trans comes out, Dragon comes out. Diva Bomb does not find that.
Oh, man.
Midtown man. Fozzik finds Stun Ape while he's sitting there trying to dodge the bomb. Bomb didn't quite work the way expected, but it still puts Miami up. Jaden desperately trying to work that EMP.
Oh, Eric goes down to a high noon.
Stun Ape needs that Bob to come up, but doesn't look like anything from Akron's going to come out and stick. And that's going to be a full complete here for Miami.
Dang. 49 seconds left. Am I reading that
49 seconds. And Akron's got a full hold to be able to come back on it.
right? Oh, man. Gotta dig in your heels and grit your teeth for this marathon. Woo!
Hey, Charlie, I need a second. Get back.
All right. We're looking at 15 seconds until we get to see new comps. I think Paul had to go for just a sec, so now you're stuck with me. Yeah, I want to take a good look at these comps. See what we're gonna. I've seen Jaden swapping around with some weird heroes. Jaden, Stun Ape on the Genji. I am 100% down for some Stun Ape Genji. Oh man. Okay. We're looking at a Brig coming out from the defensive team. Stun Ape's probably going to be going back to that Ashe, if I had to guess. But yeah, we've got to, okay, so we've got to get Akron to 2 points in order to keep the game going, or Miami is going to take the match.
So it's, yep. So it's back to Akron to keep this game going. And if Akron does manage to full cap, they have to do another round of attack and defense.
Right.
Fun map style where you can just really do that
Oh yeah,
for
just
days
go.
on end.
Oh man, what's the
Shuckle
highest
gets
score ever
denied.
recorded?
I don't
On
know. I've
2CP?
seen in like the teens. So I mean, if you're in one of those games, it just kind of
Oh yeah.
you just don't want to play anymore after a while.
All right, we did see an early pick on Shuckle, and by the way, the Stun Ape Genji. I'm sorry, we
And
saw
looking
it.
for some nano blades. They want to win these fights guaranteed. Because if they can work up a nano blade before that Zen gets trans, they can very easily win the fight with how much damage that pushes out. And a pause comes out.
A pause. What happened?
Someone might have disconnected here, which is probably the case.
He had 1200 ping.
Yeah, I would say there's some lag here, and we're gonna wait for whoever's lag that is to to come
he's
down
on
from
Mars.
Mars, as Stunite says here in match chat.
Oh boy.
So yeah,
Sorry, DDoSing.
yeah, it's just kind of at this point waiting for someone to come back, but it's very unfortunate that Akron's half engaged here. Half engaged and it pauses, so that's kind of like, unless you can really turn it around, because Miami knows where most of Akron is at this point.
Right.
And so,
So-
unless Akron can like find that instant pick by knowing where they're at, it's gonna be kind of like just a wasted fight at this point. Because you've got one team down lagging, and then you've got you've just got the other team ready to jump on you. That's pretty much
Right.
it.
Yeah, pausing in a game like Overwatch is a really weird thing because you
Mhm.
can kind of sit there and plan out your next move, but at the
When it
same
comes down
time,
to it,
yeah, it's kind of awkward. But we can
looks like
take a
the lag is
second.
fixed as it seems.
Okay, good.
Yeah, what you're saying is it's very interesting to do that in Overwatch because I've seen league
Yeah.
games where like you've got to reset and then like you can't really reset because how do you know one team's
Right.
ahead? Granted, there's a way to do it in league, I believe, where you can put it to a certain point or save state, but in Overwatch, you just gotta play the whole thing over. There's no way to get back to a point
Right. Okay.
unless you want to sit there. So Akron looks like they are able to stabilize after the unpause here. Sunape's still
So-
trying to look for that blade.
Yeah, I'm looking at Stun Ape on 41% all charge, and then Miami's Zenyatta on 73.
He's
We
just
might
got so
see
much healing
trans.
coming out.
Yeah.
Stunning gets put down. Akron trying to take an early tick. Shuckle running away for his life.
Oh yeah, that Discord orb, scary for Ball. Scary.
So I think Akron might just try to take all their ults up here and try to work them. Pretty much just force the Zen ult out. I see Jaden on the Sombra. Maybe try to hack him, mess around with the backline. Or just get to the point where they're just going to EMP Nano Blade for both fights and try to just put all their eggs in one basket. They force out
I think we saw a
with the
Nano. Yeah,
The
Nano
Zen-
Genji
Zen
forced
might-
off the Zen ult.
Zen thought that the Nano Genji was going to pull Blade, but Sunape didn't have Blade yet, so it just kind of spooked him. Same thing with the High Noon there. Miami
Yeah, so
just kind
now-
of reacted.
Now
So
we're gonna have
Akron-
an EMP Blade next. Oh, here it is.
Stunape's able to find
Yeah, I
that
see Mail.
kill. Stunape just going out, trying to kill the Brig. Blade runs out, desperately trying to run for his life. Eric's Valking to save him, but that's a very good
Akron-
start for Akron here. They have to finish off some more of these Miami.
There's
They find all
another
the
3
kills.
more go down.
Yeah, Akron is kind of putting all their eggs in one basket, trying to get this Nano Blade just to work. And most of the time it will, unless you can really just shut them down, like they did, like they tried to do there with the High Noon and Trans.
Right.
But they kind of just spooked Miami because Stunape really didn't have Blade, so he couldn't do anything. So it was a net gain for Akron there, since Blade itself is just so strong and not having
Right.
high enough healing or sleep besides anything but a stun. Stunape's
Nasty shots
blown,
from
blown
McCree.
away. That Kree is just doing so much for Miami right now.
Oh yeah. Cutting off the Ball, cutting off the Diva, cutting off the Genji as well. Rough world for Dive.
Both,
Yeah, Dive.
yeah. Jaden hiding literally against the spawn door of Miami. Interesting spot. I don't think I'd check it.
Yeah.
I don't think they do either.
Okay, so we're just kind of in a little bit of a poke phase right now. We do have a rally for Miami, so it might be a little rough to blade into this, along with a Diva
Yeah.
Bomb.
If Miami can pop before that EMP comes out, that will be huge because that rally will persist after you get hacked.
Right. Is Genji ult usually a pretty slow charging ultimate?
It depends. For Miami's running where Stunape's not getting much poke in, yes,
Right.
it can be slow. Usually you'll get like a 2-minute charge
Okay.
time on it. But if you're running like a ball hog or a ball diva, something where there's a lot of body and not a lot of like stuff to hide
Right.
behind and just like pretty much just
Okay.
throwing damage back and forth, then you'll get faster charges. But right now they're trying to like really force it into them because there's not much they can do besides charge the Genji with the Reinhardt,
Right.
stun him into oblivion, or freeze him. It looks like Akron's going to set up for an engagement here since they don't have a trans anymore. Big Diva Bomb coming in for the Baptiste there. Akron's able to push forward, but Miami's answering with their own ult. Stunape gets put down with the stun.
We're 2-2 right now. Or sorry, 3-2.
Akron looks like they
Yeah.
looks like they're going down here, but Miami puts out Rally and Diva
Oh
Bomb.
no! Let Magic
All
go!
for- Yeah, it looks like they traded ultimates here. Magic getting
I think
stalled.
Magic stuck.
Oh, he gets staggered into oblivion.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good 20 seconds off of Akron's clock right there. All right, we've got 4 ults into 3 3 3/4 ults. How about that? Bap's at 84% ult charge. Probably looking at a Nano Blade here. EMP Nano Blade maybe if we could make it out of the Blizzard. It's a big ultimate.
Find a big pick on the May, but their Brig goes down.
We might
Probably
be
gonna
seeing
show-
Nano Blade here.
EMP
Oh,
coming
here
out.
comes.
He's going Blade, Nano Blade going in. They find
Stunning
the
popping
three.
to save the blade. Ooh, Ryan watches
He's
the
using it
shatter.
at the end. Shuckle goes down. Both teams are trading blows. I see now. He saved the blade, but it doesn't look like there's enough point present for Akron here to be able to take the point.
Yeah, too much HP left on points. Both tanks alive.
Akron coming down to one fight territory where it's gonna be interesting to see. It's pretty much all or nothing. This is the final map here.
Oh yeah.
Final map, final point. If Akron can't get this, that's it.
Akron mirroring
They are out of
Miami's
focus.
comp.
They are
Yeah,
trying
the
to
ults.
out-comp Miami here. They just have to deal with all the ults properly. But this is going to be a big task for Akron coming in hard here.
Oh my goodness. High Noon coming out, doesn't find it
Everything except for the Kree. Took the Ryan with them.
Oh,
The Ryan's
man.
fall. Ryan stays because of that window to amplify double heals. But looks like Akron's trying to take a fight quickly as they can. Gonna come back, try to stall. Does not look good for Akron. They have to pull out all the stops to come in here for the 6th map overtime game.
When you throw Brig packs through Bap Amp Matrix, does it double their healing?
It does not do anything to Brig.
I didn't figure. Alright, we've got to basically just W into point as hard as we can here. Magic manages to fit the touch in there.
It finds the
Okay,
pick on
finds
the
one.
tracer, but they don't touch the
good
point!
touch.
They C9 the point! Oh, that's so sad to see. Oh, and Miami takes the match, going 3-0 in map 6, and a very weird ruling from the admins there to replay the map that they were drawn on.
Right.
That was very interesting game here coming down the wire. Both teams fought very well, but in the end, Miami does take it in map 6, overtime of all overtimes.
Oh my goodness.
Both teams fought to the very end, but it just came down to that final point. Like, Anubis just... I really don't know why the admin said to replay this map when it's just... like, you've got to be able to play a control point just where it's not drawable, first off. But second off, now these teams know each other's strategies. It's going to be very different going in. And so it's just very different here. I very much disagree with the ruling, but match is played. It's how it is.
Yeah. Sad to see.
Very tough game for both teams, but Miami came out on top. Good job from both teams, from both groups. And it just came down to the very end, and both teams gave it their all.
Absolutely. So fun still to see the Akron varsity team playing this evening. Get to see tons of wonderful play. Just absolutely delightful.
Yeah, like almost 2 hours straight of just
Non-stop
top tier
Overwatch.
gameplay.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, I believe that's all for us. My name's Paul. And then that's
Yeah. This is, I don't know which direction I am relative to Paul, but Razael over here.
Yeah. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors once again to Audio Technica, our exclusive audio partner, SteelSeries, our peripheral partner, Archon, our jersey provider, Gravity Gaming, our PC provider, and Cleveland Clinic, our sports wellness provider. And I'd like to thank you guys for coming in and watching this, watching such a great game.
Absolutely.
Hopefully be back here next week and for all the different teams first off, but Overwatch, I believe, will be playing multiple times throughout this weekend. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great night.